What it do, people? Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi Town remix from the city to the sticks. Whoa, this new year has gotten off to quite the ratchet start, have we not? Boy, oh boy, I just came live just to express some things and put it out into the universe, you know, blowing some dust, some dirt off the old channel here. Uh, whew, Lord have mercy. Where do I start? First off, I hope everybody is still blessed, safe, and trying to do the best they can to protect their mental and emotional health and well-being as well as the family. Because honey, when you go outside, it's some foolishness. Whew, boy, I'm doing my usual perusing around here on these here YouTube streets. I'm an OG in the game. I went into retirement, semi-retirement for a little hot minute because shit got real in real life. So I had to handle that and restore peace unto the queendom. So did that, still recovering, spiritually healing, uh, mentally, emotionally. I am tapped out. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm tired, and this is the cursed part of being an empath, having certain particular gifts that some people happen to be jealous of. I don't know why uh, anyone would want to be jealous of somebody who is chosen to see things that other people normally wouldn't see with the naked eye, if you will. But we can see it, feel it. Sometimes we can taste it, hear it, where others may not have that same ability to tune in. Now, there's some people that just ain't got no damn gifts, right? Discernment, insight, introspection, reflection, just don't have no damn gifts at all. And if they do, 10 out of 10, they not acknowledging it because that takes effort. And some people just don't want to do anything at all but suck up the resources and energy of other people. And I am. I've been in quite a dark mood lately, so I'm going to express it how it comes to me. And for starters, right out the gate, I'm going to just say, why can't we just do right by each other? Why can't we just do the right thing? Right? I've been following this Keith Lee story with the food truck lady, and it just, I'm not even shocked, right? I'm not even shocked at this. I am completely disgusted and embarrassed because as a former entrepreneur, it was really it was really difficult for me to get my business started because I had zero support system other than of course my children at the time for what they could do. They were very emotionally supportive. But I'm telling you, every person that knew what my dream was, and I mean every person, relative, a co-church member, um, auxiliary co-member in the church, people outside the church. I mean, people I've known for years and years did not support me at all when I first started out in 2005. And when I tell you I was broke, I was broke, triple broke in 2005. And I did a lot to establish what I had, um, as a personally, as an entrepreneur and a business owner, sole proprietor, you know, owned and operated by the owner. Yes, that's what it were. And this lady here, uh, with the food truck, shame on you. Shame on you. Like for real. Shame the fuck on you. This is like the epitome of the lowest of the low when you try to bless your own people. And this is, that's why I brought up my own personal experience to parallel with what I feel about the situation and what I see to be, you know, first floor tacky hood rich maneuver. The way you moving, no wonder, you're in the predicament you're in now. And this was just a short, what, about a week ago? You know, I'm telling you, y'all better watch who you fuck with, right? And be careful who you shit on, because when you defile the blessing of an angel, a healer, a guardian. This black man traveled to bless this business and bring attention to a small business owner in this economy trying to make something happen for her community. And she showed her natural, decrepit, ashy ass and gave it to everyone to kiss. And then had her overgrown son up there hollering and shouting at the TikTok camera with nothing but, riding the excuse train. Hmm? Like, what are we doing, y'all? It's like pick a struggle. You can't aim and aim for the moon and want to be successful and still have the same old hood booger mentality, thinking that you can rewrite what was sent as a blessing and edit somebody else's blessing on behalf of them, on behalf of you choosing how these people should be blessed. It's just that ain't mathing. That shit ain't mathing for me. It doesn't compute. And being that said, like, it's so similar to what happened to me just the other way. Like, I tried to help a person who was a member of the same church at the time. And let's see, this was in 2008. By now, I had got my business started, right? And I was doing pretty good, picking up momentum within the first 3 years. I was doing pretty good. And then we were still in healing from the loss of my co-parent. So it was a struggle to get through all the steps to complete and launch my business. So it was uphill, slippery slope. Okay, but we made it. And I remember working double shifts at the time, and I graduated with my bachelor's in my field that I was starting my business in. And just me and my children celebrated that accomplishment. And I tried to help someone by giving them a job at my business. And when I tell you, this girl and Sweet Seasons, or whatever this woman food truck is, I don't know. Like, it's hard to find the appropriate words for this, to break it down on a psychological and a spiritual level, because it was so clear what he wanted done with his money that he was blessing this business with. And this woman just totally, I don't know if it's stress, some type of underlying mental illness or whatever in a lot of our people. It's not just black people, but I'm black. So I see it more in a lot of our black women, in situations like these, like where the directions and the steps and the message is very clear, but somehow, if it marinates too long in the mind of a woman like this, then somehow it magically turns into something else that was never declared to happen. You know, whether these people worked with you for your business or not, the man told you to give him a tip of $1,000, the barber and the braider. Okay. Now, this girl that I hired, her job, she had one job. She had one job, just to shadow me and assist, right? Like, help pass out things, help organize items, help, you know, um, take attendance, make sure things are stocked properly and neatly, and just stuff like that, a little bit of clerical work, things, to help me while I'm doing something else. So I don't have to multi focus on so many different things. I can, if I'm working with something that's a priority, whatever happens outside of that, she can take care of those concerns. Was put it was all put in writing, right? She had time to read through it, think about it, and decide if she wanted to be part of it. She agreed to everything. Her salary, she agreed. And the first week, she didn't have her shit together. And then when she would show up late to work, it was like she had an attitude with me because I did not pay her for the full day. That's just how it works. It is just, this is still astounding to me that, people do that, have that attitude and energy. But I could sense when we were going over, the specs of how things were going to, be under my employment. I could sense the energy of her plotting. Like, okay, this motherfucker don't have her shit together, so I can run all over her and, just lounge and lamp out and get paid to do nothing. No, this is a legitimate business that I work my ass off to create, and it is actually taking the shape and form in which that I had planned it to. Everything's on point, and you're not gonna fuck it up. You know, if you want to lamp out, go home. You don't get paid. You know, if you want to come to work late, you're not gonna get paid the full work day. That's just how it goes. When you punch a clock for a Fortune 500 company, or any other private corporation, institution, LLC, whatever, with them clear folk, you do what's expected of you, right? Okay. So why do I have to be a multi-billion-dollar corporation with a vicious legal team and all kind of ramifications and policies and a workforce management HR policy book for you to respect the same thing with a entrepreneur? That's the same attitude that this food truck owner had, right? Like, well, you weren't with me, hair braider and barber. So I don't have to give you those tips because you didn't predict how I wanted you to respond to this particular agreement in order for me to complete the agreement of giving you the tip. So you're supposed to do these things in order for me to okay and authorize giving you the tip. Then she changed her mind and said, "Oh well, I can't pay you. The payment went through the POS system and it doesn't clear for a couple days. That's why you didn't." It's like you didn't want to share that blessing, okay? And then on top of that, Keith Lee went back in and spent another almost $1,000 for food. So she got close to $4,100, $4,200 just for one of her acquaintances of her children, a young lady, follows Keith Lee on social media, got his attention, and he agreed to come to visit this food truck. Now, let's do this clip. Let's listen to this real quick, and then we're gonna come back and have a peekaboo and talk a little bit more about it. Let me share my screen. Okay. And this is just for commentary, critique purposes. This is all my opinion and in my own words. It doesn't represent anybody else's view but mine. Okay. And we're just gonna play a little piece of this from this channel here. And shout out to this gentleman, this brother, for because I caught it. Just I never pay attention to who I'm watching. I just listen at what comes up in the feed because I'm all over the place with things. But this really, yeah, here we go. This man was not with me. He made like 5:30 p.m. You don't get those payments at midnight. Him as a sole person who came to use his talent, his gift, his presence, all of that to help somebody that's full of greed. So you all know Keith Lee, food. Okay, let's go back because I want you to see the owner's face when she starts to fire up the excuse train. Okay. Come on. Then he would have deserved it. Then. Let's go back just a touch. This is crazy. Let's start here. Left a $4,000 tip behind. Give that barber $1,000 for free haircut. He should have said, anybody, come on, who wants their haircut for free? Come on. Then he would have deserved it. Then that would have made him with me. This is what I mean by rewriting reality. That's not what Keith Lee said. That's not what he said. That's not how he allocated the tips. He said, give the barber 1,000, give the braider 1,000, you take 2,000. And then he turned around and spent more money on food for free meals to be passed out to the people in the community. 800 and some dollars worth of food so that she could just give away the food and it would balance her out, put some and keep her books even, right? Check it out. This is why you don't do ninja business. Because now you're helping me. You're shining on me. This man was not with me. He made like. Okay. So the barber and the braider were not working for this woman, of course, but this young man on the screen is her son. And they were friends of her son, and they came out to help out. Like most my kids' friends did that with me too at my business. Whenever my daughter would have people over, and there were things that need to be done in the background, they would help out, take out the garbage, you know, sweep and mop the floors and help me, change out linens and draperies and sanitizing the home and making sure the animals were fed and the yard was clean, things like that, help just to help facilitate. And it's a bonding experience when you turn um, your source of income to somewhat of a family project where everybody has their own role to help out to keep things going. And so that, the family member that's running the business, they don't get burnout, right? Because I was not only taking care of my business and running the business, I was still taking care of my family. I was still studying, going to school. I was married at the time, right? I had bonus children who were also in school. So it was a lot popping. Right? Now listen to Mr. Excusey Pants.
5:30 p.m. You don't get those payments at midnight? Him as a sole person who came to use his talent.
So what the son was screeching about is that the payment was made through the POS system, and the POS system has to have time to clear, make sure the funds are available over a certain amount. Y'all know how that goes. Boom. And then it's like 24 to 48 hours, the money is deposited into the merchant's account, or the vendor, rather, the vendor's account. Merchant, vendor, same shit. I had a POS system. And back then it was run through Square, which was strictly through PayPal at the time, but a lot of people wasn't hip to PayPal and big hip PayPal business, and they thought I was a scammer because it was done digitally, right? This was back in 2008 or 9, you know, and that's how I kept up with a lot of other things too for my business, so that when people have a discrepancy or they want to rear their head about payments made, timely payments, things like that, I could go one stop shop, print it out, mail it, or email it, because I was all about efficiency, streamlining things, because I was the sole operational manager, the owner and the operator, the manager, the chief cook, bottle washer. So I was trying to make every aspect of my life as modern and simple and accurate as possible, because if you don't pay your taxes at the end of the year or whenever, every quarter, however you want to do it, Uncle Sam will come get your ass. We know this, right? So you got to have everything in order before you take your first client, customer, whatever. Okay? Now, this is the young lady here that was the friend of the son who brought the barber. And she's the one who uh, got Keith Lee's attention to come to visit this food truck.
His talent, his gift, his presence, all of that to help somebody that's full of greed.
So you all know Keith Lee, food critic, TikToker, the brother who brings miracles to restaurants and food trucks all over the country. Should have known it was only a matter of time before somebody messed it up for everybody. There's a blessing that comes along with Keith Lee coming to your establishment.
See? The blessing. Everybody say the same thing. It's a blessing because he's a well known influencer, and he reviews food. And he does that in, obviously, the Black community to help and bring attention and business and revenue and jobs and growth. Huh? Like J-Bass, increase your territory.
He brings attention, he brings business and revenue. Sometimes he also wants to do a little extra something. The internet is a funny place.
Before we left, we went and had a conversation with the mom, and we thanked everybody for having us. Me and the mama prayed.
Talking to the barber?
$4,000 tip behind. God is amazing.
$4,000.
I see y'all giving out haircuts and doing braids. So we want to leave $1,000 for the barber, so we can cut everybody hair for free. We want to leave you $1,000 for you. Get the hair. $1,000.
Okay, so that's pretty clear.
Exactly. Super clear. Okay. Why then are these people having to argue with this woman over their tip? That was clearly 1,000 for the barber, 1,000 for the braider, 2,000 for the owner.
This is the original request video.
Here's the original
The young
video.
lady here named Essa Sherelle. Sherelle did a little dance and she got Keith Lee to come through. She requested and he came through. And he came through and showed out $4,000. Normally, that $4,000 will go towards, giving free meals to
Oh, that's self-explanatory.
everybody else for the rest of the day. Well,
That's self-explanatory. So, why can't we just do right? Why? Why is it so difficult for people to just do right by each other in our community, man? Like, why do you always have to change up the script, flip shit, scrub it, rub it down? Just give the people their money, okay? It was went through the POS system. Here's how it works. Give me 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. Give me your Zelle, your Cash App, your whatever. And as soon as that payment clears, I'm going to text you and then I'm going to send that right over. Period. It don't matter. I don't care if they cut one head. I don't care if she put one braid in somebody's scalp right down the middle. That is what that money was for. And if you're a business owner, you know, $4,000 is really not a lot of money, you know, when you're dealing with business things, business sales, transactions, purchases. I mean, just supplies and things like paper products, paper plates, cups, napkins, plastic silverware, um, placemats, just disposable shit. You can rack up a $2,000 bill for a business depending on how large your business is and how you stock your merch and your supplies, right? Consistency is the key also to good marketing. What's your finished product look like? It has to look the same every time. The same expectation, the same standard, the same ingredients, the same method, the same plan, the same that result must be the same from start to finish. Your customer service, your customer uh, issue resolution skills, all of that. You have to be on point. Professionalism, right? And that's a lot of the reviews that I got before I hired this person. Professional, very, very high compliments, very honored to read and receive the feedback that I was receiving from the people that I was providing a service to. And because money wasn't my focus, the passion in what I was doing was my focus. And so that's why things exploded as fast as they did for me. I'm just speaking for me. But spending money, paying bills, making sure the business expenses are not intertwined with the household expenses, maintaining these things, having people monitor. Sometimes you need advice. You don't know everything just starting out, even though you went to school for it. You got good skills in it. It's a gift. It's a natural gift to you. You still need support. So that shit costs money when you have a business consultant or you do a one-time complimentary evaluation. Sometimes them compliments ain't always free. You got to pay for people's time in business because time is money. I could be over here making money doing something else while I'm wasting my time with people who don't want to work or people who think working for a sole proprietor is a free ride to get a free check. right? So it's another little clip that I wanted to look at that came out right after that, where they were trying to, uh, for a while, trying to blame Keith Lee. Like he didn't say that. That's not what he wanted done. He got on and straightened things out and said, no, uh, 2000 was supposed to go to the owner of the business, and the other two was going to the young lady who was a hair braider and a gentleman who was cutting hair. How many damn times we have to say the same thing before you understand it once? And I'm just appalled. I'm really just appalled. I am embarrassed. I'm disgusted. It's some hood rich Dulo twist type shit. It's trying to pull the okey doke on people who you say that you love, that you want to service, that you want to bring a blessing of your good food, create jobs for people, some, financial independence for you and your children, create a legacy for your children and grandchildren. But you're sitting up here shouting at the top of your voice about what how these people should tap dance and acquiesce to you to get a tip that was assigned to them in the first damn place. Unbelievable. This shit just blew me. Why? Because I'm tired of seeing this shit. I'm sick and tired of it, yo. You know, and we cannot get anywhere. This is 2024. We can't get nowhere doing the same old shit. You got your business started. You got people coming to you. If you build it, they'll come. You cut off your nose to spite your face. This is why a lot of people don't like helping us and blessing us. Well, they do that over there. They get together and make a, collection and bless this business with that and bless this family with that. And look at the thanks and the gratitude, how we show gratitude. These athletes don't never look back and come back and, check on the people, the hood that made them, where they started. Look at why. Some of them don't. I mean, damn. I'm far from a celebrity, but I've experienced on just an everyday level because you leave the hood and you want to better yourself and do great things, and explore the world and come back to your where you began, where you started, your beginnings, and say, look, I went out there in the world, collected some more tools to help us advance collectively. And you literally are a sitting duck. I can't tell you how many haters will shit on you just for trying to better yourself, better your family, give them a little bit more information where they can branch off into their own, you know, personal journey of financial freedom and entrepreneurship or what have you, and build their own, generational wealth. No, this is what we do to each other still in 2024. So let's have a peek at this second clip here. I'm share again. Have a peek at the second one. And it's a shame that she had to go ahead and explain this again.
dollars and a sweet something either took it, borrowed, or stole it. We know she broke. Listen to the story.
So, Keith Lee is not the person to blame for this. When this man walked up to that window and we greeted him and he said he was gonna give my brother $1,000, give me 1,000, and tip the owner 2,000 on top of him paying tax, which has nothing to do with what's going on, and then left another $886 on top of that. He was not the person to say, "Oh, I'm just going to give it all to the food truck." I was the one who said, "I'm gonna just charge you right here because I thought that this lady would have the decency, the humanity, the morality to say, okay, I'ma just give y'all the money that this man said that y'all were allotted." Granted, we weren't even 45 minutes into whatever mini rush was going on after Keith Lee left, and she looked me in my face and said, "You know, it's gonna take about a day or two for that money to clear." I was like, "Yes, ma'am. I know how Square works." My brother was gone, y'all. Y'all heard me tell Keith Lee, my brother went to go pick up my baby brother from school because I was dedicating my time. I neglected my responsibilities to go and help my friend's mom. So, if anything, it was my fault for believing and trusting that this lady was going to do right by what Keith Lee said. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what he came to do. We asked him to come out. He came out. He said the food was good, but this is not Keith Lee's fault. And I'm not going to sit here and keep reading comments about y'all saying he should have did this, he should have did that. If anything, with everything that's going on, I wish the man would have stayed away. I wish I would have declined the offer to come out and help. Let's be honest. I wish I would have stayed at home in my bed. I wish I would have stayed at home in my bed. I wish I would have declined the offer to come out and help. Let's be honest. I wish I would have said, bump that. Let me take my brother to go and meet Jonathan's friend's mom.
You see what she said? She said she wished she had declined the offer or the request to come out and help this lady. She didn't get paid for helping out. She came to help out of the kindness of her heart. She has her own business as well, just like the barber clearly has his own business. They wanted to come out and help bring more attention to this woman by giving haircuts as well as, like we do in the hood. Come on. Braid your hair, get a quick braid up, and grab a plate and bounce. You complete your errands, do you what you got to do, go hang out, kick it, do whatever, right? We you know how we do. We You know how we do. You see this stuff in Chicago all the time, a lot, in different parts of the city. It's a beautiful day. You got somebody got playing a little music, got a slamming DJ. He's passing out his cards and he's networking. Your wedding's coming up. It's springtime right around the corner. Hey, I could DJ your little events. Weddings, funerals, family reunions, cookout, birthdays. Hey, but I'm gonna play this music for free for a few hours and drive and draw the people in to buy food. Oh, there's a barber over there underneath his little tent. Boom! Get my little line up over here with my sons. Get a little retwist real quick. Maybe a couple my locks fell out, and I get a couple reattached and call it a day. Kids get to run around and play and have fun dancing or whatever. Got other little things going on, little street vendors and performers and shit. It's always something popping like that in Chicago. So I get it. Get your hustle on. Ain't hurting nobody. But for this woman to pull the shit that she did with this food truck, it's beyond disgusting. Let's go.
so that he could potentially get a spot in the shop to further his career in haircutting. That's what I wish I should have done. But no, you can't do black people just can't do right. You get what I'm saying? I gave my friend ample time to make this right. I told him ample times. Your mama got to 5 o'clock to do right by my brother. I don't care if that means she calls and say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you your money. I just can't give it today." Or, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $500. I'm gonna give you $100. Anything. You had the opportunity to make this right because out of your words, Trey, you said, "My mama don't even understand. Your platform is bigger than mine. Just because the numbers don't look like it right now, baby, I got the weight of the world behind me." You know what I'm saying? So this does not fall on Keith Lee. This does not fall on what he did and him as a human being, him as a soul person who came to use his talent, his gift, his presence, all of that to help somebody that's full of greed. You get what I'm saying? No, no, and it won't stop. Dookie dick. Up until you make this shit right, I'm on y'all head. I'm on y'all head. Stop blaming Keith Lee.
He wasn't with
This is the
me.
lady that took the money,
Keith
the
Lee,
owner.
I heard he thought that they were my kids. They're not my kids. Those were my son friends. But this ain't even about money, y'all. This is about the principle.
Now watch how she reinvent the situation.
How dare you come and make it seem like this was something that it wasn't? You were supposed to be out there to support Sweetly Season, a struggling business. And then you turn around and make it seem like it was something that it wasn't. I dare you. I dare you. And yeah, for everybody, I'm getting emotional because y'all have no idea how much.
You're getting emotional because you know you're lying. You know you kept that money. You didn't intend on giving them tips of $1,000 a piece. And the young lady that just spoke said, "You can keep my 1,000." So to make it a smooth three racks for you. And that still wasn't good enough. You want to keep everybody fucking money.
Work and effort I put into my business. And I don't know if this was gonna make me a breakthrough. I don't know, but I know I got God. And God is the one that told me to go to school and go to school again. I've been flourishing ever since. I have won chef awards. I have done a lot of things. And I have a lot of upcoming things that I plan on
You
doing.
see this? This is why she's crying from the mouth of an empath. I'm rarely incorrect. When people start shouting like this, talking loud, I heard that he thought that they were my kids. That is all just circumstantial who shot John Fugazi bullshit. Okay. This is why I don't have a lot of fair weather friends or a lot of friends, period, because I'm not going to kiss your ass just because there was a lot of money involved or what we might perceive as a lot of money or what have you. Okay. Your wrong is wrong. I don't care if it's $5 or $5,000, $5 million. I don't care if it was, you know, your kids, your niece's kids, your great grandmammy's kids. Okay, they were there to help you, free of charge, right? Giving out free services where they could have been making money elsewhere, or stayed at home, like a girl said, or went to her own business and made that money. You know, it triple, quadruple that in less time, because hair braiders now, they ain't playing, honey. Locticians and all that, they getting it out the mud, okay? Like Kevin Gates. So this is why I say this is disgusting. Okay, let's go.
I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong.
She don't
And if
think.
I'm wrong, I want Keith Lee to tell me after him knowing the truth now, if that man tell me to give them the money, I'll give it to him. Because
He already told you to give them the money right to your face on video. What did you miss?
I'm in for doing the right thing. If he tell me to give them that money, knowing that they was not with me, and just to let y'all know she's a scammer.
That's why your B is the spelling. Stop playing. You know you took that girl.
There you have it. So he did. Keith Lee, he wound up excuse me, responding. And he basically said, it's, hey, straightforward, right from the hip. Give the barber 1,000, the braider 1,000, and you keep 2,000. And then spend another $886 on top of that to buy dinners for the rest of the day for the people. Okay. So yeah, this is another sad, sorry example of fellow Black women, and I use that term loosely, who have absolutely no integrity. Okay. And if you are about integrity, then there would have been no qualms, not a hiccup in your thought process in what to do with that money. Okay. Y'all, we gotta stop worshiping shit that don't serve us no purpose in the spiritual sense of things when it comes down to it, and your karma will swiftly be returned to you. Stop fucking over and trying to play in the faces of spiritual people, of anointed, gifted, chosen people. You made fun of us back there about 10, 12 years ago. We were telling you, the Baphomet is about to fall and crumble. Stop bugging about certain people coming into power because they're going to hurt themselves trying to hurt other people. All right. And with that being said, I'm going to close it out here and continue to observe. Maybe now you'll start listening to these people, such as myself, empaths who read energy. All right. One love, people. Take care of yourself and each other. Do right. Just do right by people. It's less problems that way. And I'm out.